Alright, did you know that you can use king oyster mushrooms to make your own vegan shrimp? I know, right? At this point, this mushroom can be pretty much anything we want it to be. And we're specifically using king oyster mushrooms because they have a thicker consistency and just easier to work with and shape and create into whatever you want. Now, I've also used this mushroom to make vegan calamari, and it was literally the same process. I just simply took a bottle cap and cut out a little circle, and boom, it was calamari. So now that we've got our vegan shrimp cut into the shape that we want, I'm simply just making a wet and dry batter. So the wet batter is going to consist of some flour and plant milk. And I have the full recipe details in the caption below, so don't worry. And the thing that's gonna spice up this recipe is the seasonings. Now I'm using Kendo Spice. I freaking love her spices. For one, she has a different variety. The one that I get is called Ocean's Essence, and it's already loaded with Nori flakes. Like, this is the perfect seasoning to use for anything that you're making vegan seafood replacements with. It has everything you need. I only added just a little bit more paprika just because I wanted a more darker color, but everything was in the seasoning, like everything. So feel free to add as much seasoning as you like. And I also like that it's kind of like low sodium. It did not taste salty to me at all. I did not even add any salt to this part. I just simply added it when they came out of the fryer. So we've got our vegan shrimp. We're just seasoning these up. Mix that very well. You can even let this sit overnight if you want that, marinated flavor on it. But this does the job, seriously. So I'm adding some to my wet batter, and I also put a little in the dry batter. Like, I feel like you just can't have too much seasoning. The seasoning is the star of the show. So I'm mixing in my plant milk with the flour. Once again, this is a super simple recipe, and you definitely want to have that wet batter consistency down packed. You want it to be kind of like pancake batter, but just a little bit thinner. And this is just going to help the bread coating stick. And this is just a mixture of breadcrumbs and a little bit of flour. But you definitely want that ratio to be way more breadcrumbs so your shrimp can be nice and crispy. Now for the fun part, we're just gonna batter up our vegan shrimp. Like, I was so amazed at the shape and watching it just transform into a freaking shrimp in front of my eyes. Like, it's amazing the things that we can do with food, and especially if we have an open mindset. Now, you can purchase vegan shrimp already made. A lot of people like to use konjac fruit, which is amazing. And there's also versions that contain soy. But if you got a little time, you can definitely whip up your own. I had some time today. And it was fun and it was simple. So yeah, you can purchase them online, and you can also make them yourself, which is super inexpensive, of course, because king oyster mushrooms for like a couple pounds literally only costed about $20. And I only used one mushroom to make like 10 shrimp. I didn't even cut all the circles up. So you're definitely getting a bang for your buck making your own. And that's with anything. Making your own food, you're always going to save. So we got these battered up really nicely. You can also let these sit in the fridge for maybe like 20 minutes. And this is just going to help the coating stick a little better and just make them a little more firmer to fry. I also believe that you can make these ahead of time and freeze them and then just drop them in the fryer, but I haven't tried that yet. So once your shrimp are all battered, and once again, like I said, you can put them in the fridge. It's optional, but they fry perfectly fine right after you batter them. I got my oil heated on medium. Feel free to use any oil that you like. Grapeseed oil is amazing, but you can use olive oil, whichever oil of choice that you want to use. Alright, and these are not going to take any time to cook. Literally, once you drop them in, they're already going to start turning brown, and you're pretty much just cooking the outside, because since it's made from king oyster mushrooms, it's not going to take nowhere as near as long as shrimp. Even though real shrimp doesn't take that long, but like, these cook so fast. So look how crispy they are and just how beautiful they are coming out. So amazing. I normally would drop these in my deep fryer, but it was getting cleaned out, so they probably would have been done already. But yeah, the skillet is totally fine. And air frying, I'm not sure. I have not tried that yet, but I could imagine that they would be just as good in an air fryer as well. So we cooked them for about 2 to 3 minutes, and just look at this. They're like so golden brown and so crispy and so perfect. The batter stuck perfectly. So now I'm just gonna, hook them up with some sauce. I think I'm gonna do half lemon pepper and half hot not honey sauce, which is a sauce that we make here at my restaurant, and we put it on our vegan wings. This was so good and so easy to make. Like, I am just amazed at how they turned out. And literally, like I said, it's so inexpensive. All you need to do is have your favorite sauce on hand. I got some vegan ranch, and they taste even amazing just plain, with just a little salt if you don't even want to add lemon pepper. This recipe is super simple. I believe that you will love every aspect of it. And you can find king oyster mushrooms at Restaurant Depot or at your local Asian market. Restaurant Depot in Chicago has plenty, plenty, plenty of these king oyster mushrooms. So I've been able to buy a few and just create a couple of different things with them. So I just plated these up and I topped them with some parsley, of course. I got my vegan ranch in the middle. And yeah, that's it. That's literally it. This is like the perfect snack, perfect appetizer for any time of the day. Even your non-vegan friends probably would love this, even if they don't like mushrooms. Like, you're not even gonna remember that we made this from mushrooms. So yeah, that's basically it. And looking at this, I'm just like, what else can I make? Like mini onion rings or something? Because this mushroom, like I said, is so versatile. You can literally create it to be whatever you want. So make sure you hit up those local Asian markets to try to find some. I know they're around. You just gotta Google king oyster mushrooms near me. Let me know what you think about this recipe, guys. Leave something in the comments and let me know.